So welcome for part 3 in our series on autism and why it is a big fat lie. So what really is going on in our educational system today is that there's a conspiracy of coercive mental thought currents about mental health. And what they believe is that autism or ADHD or bipolar disorder are frozen constructs, that they have to do with a diagnosis that lasts forever. And that's not true. In fact, what we know from Dr. Daniel Amen, who is a leading neurological psychiatrist on the cutting edge of psychiatry, is that it really has to do with the blood flow in the brain. And that when we go into fight or flight, which is a neurological feature of being in what's called the hindbrain, we start to get upset. And when we're in the prefrontal cortex, which is called the forebrain, we're in a state of deep, restful awareness. So autism really, and any other psychiatric disorder like bipolar disorder or OCD, is really about blood flow. So we're going to talk today about how we can decrease that fight or flight practice of getting angry and upset and move the blood flow into the prefrontal cortex. And so Sai and I are going to talk to you about unclutching. And unclutching is when you just kind of let go from
the past.
Let go from the past. So have you ever experienced things in your past that you'd like to let go of?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you care to share? What are some of those things that you've done that maybe you wish you hadn't done?
Getting angry or, yeah.
Do you ever get angry at your mom?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. And are you able to unclutch at that point of getting really mad?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, means that you have the thought over and over and over again. But if you're able to unclutch from that thought, you're not OCD anymore. And ADD just means that you're distracted and you forget what you're doing and what somebody else is saying. But if you unclutch from your distraction, you bring the blood flow into your prefrontal cortex and you're in a state of deep, restful awareness, which is also characterized by acute ability to concentrate and to remember. So that's why we say that autism is a big fat lie. So stay tuned for part 4 of why we can completely eradicate these irrational, coercive understandings about mental health and in the mental health field, and how it's like a dead snake that's just going to go down and be buried, and we're going to come up with the new wave of understanding that we're all able to unclutch very easily and effortlessly. So, Nithyananda.